welcome back to another create sim video. So today we are going to be doing a sped up create sim, which I haven't done in so long, so this is really weird and it feels weird to do a voiceover. But today we're going to be making 5 Monster High dolls in the Sims. So I did 2. I made Claudine and Draculaura, and then everyone was like, please do more. And I was going to do it as like a video where I was actually filming myself do it at the time that I was you know what I mean. But then I was like, I really want to put my effort in, and whenever I'm having to like be hilarious, like my hilarious beautiful self, and also, you know, make an entirely amazing looking sim, it's very difficult. You know, it takes a lot of effort being this amazing. So I can't really like do both at once. So I always feel like the sims that I make when I'm like speaking live to you guys as I'm filming making the sim always turn out a bit weird. So I thought, okay, let's just put a bit of effort in. All right, let's put some Spotify on, let's listen to some music, and let's make some dolls. And now, as a preface, if you've seen my other video, you know that I have literally never know anything about Monster High. I don't know anything. I don't even know their names that well. So I'm kind of like, if I get them wrong, I'm so sorry. But you guys have been asking me to do this for so long, and this is such a this is one I would say out of any single create sim video, this is the one that I get asked to do the most. So I feel like I have to do it at some point, and I've done it, and it was very difficult because their color schemes are not my vibe. Okay, you guys know how much I despise, like, well, I don't despise it, but like blue, purple, pink, not my vibe at all. And these sims pretty much are all blue, purple, pink, so I was kind of struggling with that, but we'll get onto that. But basically, I am getting off topic. Basically, you guys have just been saying about doing this for so long that I feel like I have to do it. Well, no, I don't have to do it. I didn't have to do it, but it was kind of like fun to do because obviously Monster High, if you don't know what it is, I don't quite know what it is. I'm just kidding. I kind of do. Basically, they're dolls, but then they're also a TV show. But like I said, I've never seen the TV show. And I've done the G1 characters. Probably should mention which ones I've done today. So I've done ghoulia, yelps, then Abbey, bominable, frankie, stein, cleo, nile, and can't remember the last one. Guys, this is so embarrassing for me. Lagoona blue, that was the other one. Okay, yeah, so I think that's their name. I don't even know. I'm so sorry if I get it wrong. Again, this is the reason I'm prefacing this is that these sims are just inspired by them. I don't know anything. I don't know what they're meant to look like. The only thing I've gone by is literally a Wikipedia page, and I've just got their main photo from like their generation 1 pictures, and then that's it. That's literally all I've gone off of. I haven't gone off of any other outfits, any other generations, because I know there's like 3 generations, I think. I've just gone off of the original one, and obviously all their faces look the same and stuff, and like body types are all the same pretty much. So I've gone through and I've obviously changed stuff up because it's just kind of like, you know how with me, I don't like just fully just recreating the character. So it's in my style, and also like their facial features, I've kind of just done whatever I fancy. You know what I mean? Like there's no real like method to the madness with this. It's kind of just, I went with the flow. So basically, if any of this is like not how you imagine them, I totally get that. I am not trying to say that this is exactly what they're going to look like if they were in sim form. I know a lot of people have done this before and they all turn out very different, and I really like that about it because I like ones like this where the characters are specific, like they have specific outfits and stuff and styles, but they also have the same facial features, which means that you can make different facial features per sim. Because I started off with ghoulia, as you can see here, whilst I'm making her, and I started making her, and then I was like making her based off of the facial features that the character has, and then I realized afterwards, like I made this whole sim based on those facial features, and then I realized afterwards when I was looking at all the others that they all have the same face, and I was like, oh my god, I've just done the same. So I can't do the same face for every single one. So ghoulia kind of has the same like brat's face, but then I realized after that that's just because they all have that face. So you got to excuse that. I'm so sorry, I'm such an idiot. But yeah, obviously I am starting off here with ghoulia, yelps. So I've gone for just the generation 1 one. So the only one I haven't done is a guy. There's like 1 male person included in the generation 1 apparently, like main characters. So I've done all of the main characters now in generation 1 except for the guy, I think. Anyways, correct me if I'm wrong, I'm not sure. But also, if you guys want me to do this again, like maybe do the other generations or other like side characters or something, let me know in the comments down below. These are just the ones that I found, and also ones that I kind of wanted to do. Low-key, there's a couple of these that I really didn't want to do, but you know what, it's at the end of the day, I feel like they all turn out different enough. I didn't really like love all of them, but like it is what it is. Anyways, there's also a full CC list in the description down below, so if you want any CC, it should all be there. And yeah, let me actually move on to the actual sim now, Lana, you absolute idiot. Clearly I have not done a voiceover in a while. Yeah, okay, so as you can see, we're starting off with ghoulia, as I've mentioned like 10 times. I'm assuming her name is like ghoulia, Julia, you know, ghoulia, yelps. I don't even know if I'm pronouncing it right. I'm assuming I am. I have literally no idea. But yeah, I thought her design was really cool. However, guys, the color combinations, what are we on about? You know, this is the thing with a lot of these that I do, and I had the same predicament with Draculaura and Claudine, although they were a little bit easier to do. But these guys, they all look really cool, right, as characters, like as drawings, whatever. And I'm sure in the show they look really cool, but in the Sims, there is something about doing these color combinations that's so difficult, and like I just couldn't get it right. Obviously, there's only so many things I've got in the Sims, only so much CC, even though I literally have basically every piece of CC ever, which is why my game lags a lot during this. Even though it's sped up, you'll probably have to notice the freezing that happens a few times, but it is what it is. Anyways, that's my own fault, not the fault of Monster High. But yeah, so I kind of went for sort of like a very scene, I guess I was kind of trying to go for scene style for her, so like emo 2000s vibe. Don't know if that's her vibe, don't know, couldn't tell you. I just got that like inspiration based on the outfit. I felt like the stripes with the fish. Did she even have fishnets? I don't even know. But I gave this sim fishnets, and I gave this really cool tie around her neck, which I thought looked really cool. And obviously all of these people are meant to be teenagers. Obviously Monster High School, you're gonna go. Not to flex, but I think I know that much information. Obviously I haven't made these guys as teenagers because first of all, I just don't really notice the difference between teens and adult sims, but also I tend to go for a kind of a more like young adult aesthetic for a lot of the times when I'm making sims. So I just went for young adult versions. So obviously these are subtle recreations of their original outfits, but there's a few differences here and there that just kind of make it more my style, just because again I just find it very boring. I would not want to come into this game right now and just download, like I didn't download anything for any of these sims in advance, so like I wouldn't want to just come in and just click, oh that's a ghoulia hair, oh and that's a ghoulia outfit. Like I know a lot of people like doing that, and I totally understand that is fun, and I agree that that would be really cool and it's nice to be able to play them in the game, but for the sake of this video I find it more fun to like make my own recreations of the outfits and kind of just like try and mix it up a little bit like that. So yeah, so I went with this really cool hair for her, and I think it's gorgeous. Again, a lot of them will have like long hair, but I didn't want to go for just long hair for every single sim, and like different kind of styles obviously I wanted to go for, so I went with this hair, and I've tried to add in the stripes as well. The green bow is what throws me off 100% because the rest of the outfit's like red and black. It looks really cool, like it's that sort of vibe. I like the knee-high Converse and stuff that she has going on, but then she has like a green headband. Guys, what are we doing? What are we doing? Because I just don't think that goes, and I had to do it obviously because it's part of her design, but I just really wish I didn't have to do that. So yeah, I tried to make her look like, I guess, like a ghost. What is she meant to be? Like I don't know what she's actually meant to be. I'm assuming a ghost, because obviously the whole premise of Monster High is they're all like children of ghosts. I think that's the premise anyway. Not of ghosts, of like a cult. So obviously Dracula is a vampire, Claudine's a werewolf, and so on and so forth, but I can't actually remember. I'm assuming she's like a ghoul. I guess a ghoul. That makes sense. That makes sense. I'm so sorry, I'm such an idiot. You guys that like Monster High probably watched this video like wanting to cry, and I'm so sorry about that. I am truly. I know that if I was watching someone make my favorite characters in something and they made them this bad and they were talking about it this bad, that you'd be shouting at the screen. I'm so sorry. Okay, I'm so sorry, but I'm not gonna go sit through how many seasons of Monster High there is just so that I could do this video. Although I probably should at some point because I feel like it's a big niche that I need to get into. Anyways, point being, I think she turned out really cool. I ended up changing her glasses out at the last minute to be like these in-game ones. They look a lot like the inspiration, so I went with those instead. I think she turned out really cool. She's given like, I don't know. I don't know what she's giving. She's giving like early 2000s vibes. Like, I don't know, like just cool like scene kid vibes. And I really like how she turned out, even though she's definitely not my style. I ended up swapping out her trousers to be these like lacy ones. It looks the most like the inspiration, because the issue is her original design, she has like these skin tight trousers that kind of poke over the top of the Converse, but obviously you can't really get that in Sims. So I sort of had to do one or the other, and the ones I went with, they're kind of similar. Again, they're red, but they're not really that similar, but you just gotta look past it, all right? You just gotta close your eyes when you're watching my crazy videos, guys. But yeah, anyways, yeah, so now we're moving on to Abbey Bominable. I keep calling her Abbey Abominable. Wait, I can't even say that. Abbey Abominable. No wonder she's not called Abbey Abominable, because no one can say it. Abbey Bominable. Abbey Bominable. No, Abbey Bominable. Okay, yeah, sorry. Anyway, she's the child of a Yeti, which I think's cool. Didn't know there was Yetis in this world, but apparently there is. And the only reason I was really looking forward to doing her was because of the fur aspect, because I love a bit of fur. I love a bit of fur. All right, I love a bit. I'm saying faux fur, by the way. I don't know what I'm saying in an accent. You probably can't tell what I'm saying. I like faux fur. I think it's cool. So naturally, I tried to go with quite a lot of fur on this sim because she already has a lot of fur in her original design, and I kind of tried to go for like the Yeti vibe. Apparently, she is in the mountains, maybe. I don't know. Again, the color scheme, guys. I mean, I liked hers a bit more because I ended up low-key just going for pink and blue and white, because there was a few other things I could have done to make it a bit more like the inspiration. But the dress she had on, or is it a dress? I don't know. The top skirt, whatever she had on originally, I hate it. I'm sorry, I hate it. I hate that dress. I hate it. It's so bright. It doesn't go. I'm sure it looks lovely on the character, on like the original character, but in Sims, it looks horrendous. Okay, and I mean horrendous. I tried to do a bright purple and I couldn't do it. I couldn't look past it. So I ended up just going for a nice pink blue tones. She very much is given the trans flag, which I'm totally here for. Not sure if that was intentional for the designers to do that, but I have now made it intentional. It's the trans flag. She is wearing the trans flag. It just happens to be those colors, but I just thought it's quite pretty. I do love those colors, like together, blue and pink, like pastel blue and pink. I think are gorgeous together. Anyways, really off topic. Yeah, so the hair I ended up going for, I managed to get the like little stripes in there because she has like streaks in her hair normally, and it's like a long hair normally, but I went with this really cute hair that has like braids, and then it's got all like the pink and the blue and the white in it, and I think it looks really good. It's a little bit glitchy. A lot of this sim, and a lot of all the sims you will see furthermore, they all have some glitches to them. I've said this before, but I sort of like, the way I play sims lately is kind of like Dress to Impress, where like it doesn't matter if everything's clipping. Like it doesn't, no, who cares? I never look up that closely to my sims, so you've got to just look at them from a real distance, and of course never look at them from behind, because if you look at them from behind, it's disaster back there. I don't know what's happening back there, all right, but there is clipping galore, and it's not fun. I never never turn my sim around. If you notice in this video, I never turn the sim around. That's just because I don't want to show you guys. You know, people have those cast backgrounds that have like the mirror behind. No, I don't want to see it. I don't want to see it. It's like, you know, people say in real life they don't want to see the back of their hair. Like, that's not my problem. That is exactly how I feel about this. That is not my problem. The back of my sim, it's not my problem. It's not my problem. I never go into game with these sims, so who cares? Who cares what they look? Right? Also, why are you looking there? Why are you looking at their butt? That's like really weird. So, but yeah, anyway, sorry. So off that topic. So I went into some earmuffs because I thought they were like perfect, because she obviously, you know, I'm assuming she's in the cold. Although logistically, hear me out. If she is a yeti, party yeti, I don't know. Is it yetis or is it yeti for plural of yeti? Is it like cactus and cacti, or is it like yeti and I think it's just yetis, isn't it? Anyways, point being, she obviously I would imagine to be kind of cold, but also if she's a really furry gal, she probably wouldn't be that cold, would she? Because she's got all the fur. So I don't really know why I gave her earmuffs really, but like, you know, it is what it is. It is what it is. And I think they look really cute. I also gave her these little fangs because she has like the little, they're not even little, they're actually quite large fangs, and I would actually be kind of scared to go near her. But it's like these like teeth thingies coming out of her mouth, sorry, yeah. And it looks really cute. Like little, you can see. I don't know what I'm pointing out in real life. It's better to just look at the sim really. But I think that they look really cool and they look like how the inspiration looks. And again, I've gone for a bit of a different face shape and different things for her because I realized at this point that they all have the same face and I didn't want to do that for every single sim. And I also gave her like darker eyebrows just because I thought that these like really suited the sim. And I think she turned out so gorgeous. This outfit could be on like Vogue. I don't know anything about Vogue, so that's actually could be a total lie, but like on a runway, you know, bring it to the runway. Runway. Sorry, yeah, but she really could walk Drag Race and nail it and win the challenge and never get eliminated because she's amazing. Oh my god, imagine all of these in Drag Race. Sorry, I'm getting off topic, but who would win? Who would win out of these 5 sims? I honestly would vote Abby Abominable. Abby Bominable. You know what? I've had to try and spell abominable 5 times today because I've been doing the CC list, and every time I've tried to spell it, I've had to use spell it like autocorrect. Like what do we mean Abby Abominable? Abominable. Like, how do you spell abominable? I have to literally go bominable, but then is it bominable or is it bominable? I don't know. I've never really thought about it until today, and now I'm stressed trying to think of how you spell abominable. Anyways. Yeah, it's just not really a word I've ever had to spell. Also, quick life update because, well, I haven't really spoke to you guys in so long. I mean, I never talk, so, you know, I never talk in my videos. I'm so, you know, reserved that I never really speak about my life. So, I'm going to tell you guys, I am going to Amsterdam, specifically Rotterdam in 2 months because I'm going to TwitchCon, which I've never been to like a big convention like this before, and I'm really nervous, and I also haven't been abroad in like 10 years. So, I'm a bit scared. If I die, that would be really unfortunate for everyone because that would be a devastation to the whole world, actually, because I am amazing and it would be really devastating, but also I would rather not. But I am very scared because I have a deathly fear of planes. Don't know if you know this information about me, but yeah, I have a deathly fear of planes. It's because I watched Final Destination. It's not my fault, okay? I watched Final Destination. I don't want to go on a plane anymore, okay? I just don't. I've watched like Yellow Jackets recently. Oh, what's happens in that? But yeah, plane crash. You know what I mean? I don't want to think about that. So I'm scared for everything, but thankfully it's only an hour flight, so I think I should be all right. But if I cry on the flight, don't be surprised. You know what I mean? The whole moral of that story was just tell you guys I'm going to TwitchCon. I'm very nervous about it because I've never been to a big convention like that, and I've never like what do I do there? Do I just stand? Am I like, hey, you know? And I don't really like speak to anyone else except for you guys. Like, I don't really speak to anyone else because I'm like terrible at messaging people back. So like, I don't really speak to anyone. So like, do I talk to them? Like, how do I talk to them? Do I be like, hey? And then like, what if there's people there that like I've been watching for like years, not in a creepy way, not in a stalker way, I mean in like a YouTube way or in a Twitch streamer way? I haven't even streamed on Twitch in years. Actually, speak of the devil, I was thinking about lately, what if I did a random stream? Like, what if I just went back to it for like 1 stream or something and just see how it goes? Because I haven't streamed. If you guys didn't know this, I kind of like started on Twitch back in like 2020 and stuff, and I was doing like all like the Dream SMP stuff, which has not aged well, okay? I will admit that. But basically, I did all that stuff back in the day, and like now I'm thinking I haven't streamed on Twitch in like 2 years. What if I like do like a one-off? Like, what do we think about that? Would you guys join? Please say you would. Please say you would. I'm just kidding, you don't have to, but I would really appreciate it. But like, let me know what you guys think, because I would like to do that, and especially because TwitchCon, I feel like I can't go to TwitchCon and haven't streamed in 2 years. Like, that's just a bit embarrassing, you know? But point being, if I see like a streamer or a YouTuber that I have watched for years in front of my very eyes, I think I'll literally cry, and that would be really embarrassing for everyone involved. So I'm gonna try not to do that, but I'll let you guys know after May 30th-ish when I come back if I sobbed or not. But yeah, that's my information of the day. So anyways, back onto the Sims. Okay, now we're moving on to Cleo de Nile. So she is a mummy, which is fun, I guess. Although, I don't know, I feel a bit claustrophobic actually, so maybe it's not that fun, but you know, that's just me. But point being, I thought she was gonna be so easy, right? I started doing it, I was like, oh, I'm nailing this, like, bish bash bosh, you know what I mean? Like, I was nailing everything. Her face was coming together well, her outfit was coming together well, and then I did her outfit, looked back, and I thought I hate it. So I swapped it all out completely, and it ended up taking me a full hour, much like all the other Sims did. Yeah, every single sim in this video took me an hour to make, which is really embarrassing because it's just one little sim, one measly little sim, and it's one outfit, and it took me, that each one took me an hour. So it's, yeah, that's why I didn't want to do this as a full video, because the video would turn out to be like 4 hours. And I know some of you guys are in the comments are going to be like, oh, I would have watched the 4-hour video. I would have died trying to edit that. Okay, I hate editing as it is. All right, I'm not meant for that lifestyle. I'm not meant to edit a 4-hour video. Okay, so with Cleo, I kind of went for like, is it denial? Because the Nile is a river in Egypt. Your husband is gay. That's a thing. Denial. I get it now. I had a feeling it was something to do with that, but I hadn't really put 2 and 2 together. Anyway, so that's really embarrassing that I've just now figured that information out, that it's about the river Nile. So yeah, anyways, I should just cut that out really, because that's really embarrassing, but I'm not gonna. So yeah, so with her, as I said, I really was like, oh, I'm gonna get this done so fast. And also like the color scheme is actually good. Like, oh my god. I'm sorry to all of you blue and purple lovers out there. I just can't get behind it, especially blue. I hate blue. I'm sorry. And you know what's really embarrassing? I literally have an entire blue wall in my room. So I'm really a hypocrite at the end of the day. But in my defense, no, I don't have a defense. I don't know. I like that shade of blue because it's got a bit of a green tinge, but like regular blue, I just don't like. And I'm so sorry, because I know a lot of you guys love blue, and I am so sorry. But I'm sure a lot of you guys don't like green, and green's my favorite color. So it is what it is. But point being, I just was like, this is going to be such a great outfit. Like, I'm going to get this color scheme down so well. I had in my head what CC I wanted to use, because I had these bracelets that were gold and they matched so well with her vibe. But then I was like, wait a minute, I don't actually have anything that's like mummy CC, and I could have gone off and loaded back again, but the Sims takes about half an hour to load when I got all my CC in the game. So I thought, do I want to put myself through that? No. So instead, I just went with stuff I had, and I kind of made her look like very like regal, I think is the word, like, you know, very posh, very proper, because apparently that's her personality according to the Wikipedia. Again, that is according to Wikipedia, so if that's not true, blame the Wikipedia, okay? I don't know, but apparently she's quite posh. I kind of tried to go for that energy, and I think that she looks really cool. This skirt combination, the yellow with the blue like shirt thing, oh my god, and then like the shoes, and then like the bracelets kind of reminded me of like the mummy wrapping paper, what's it called? What way actually, what do they wrap them in? I don't know, but you know what I mean, like the bandages, I guess. It's kind of horrifying really. I would not like to be mummified, just letting you know. Don't mummify me, okay? I don't know, that's just, I would be very claustrophobic in there. I just I guess with like a mouth hole I'd be okay, but I would really not. I would rather not. But I think she turned out so gorgeous, and her hair, I end up swapping out to this one. I think it's so beautiful, and I feel like she just she is stunning, and definitely different to the others. I was kind of struggling whether I was going for like full-on like monster vibes, or if I wanted to go for like cute monster vibes. I feel like I low-key ended up doing a bit of a mix depending on which sim. For example, the last sim, Cleo, she doesn't really have much of a monster sort of energy to her, but then this next sim, Frankie, is kind of very monstery. So like I sort of tried to balance it, but I don't feel like I did the balance very well. It's very much the substance vibes, you know, the balance wasn't there. So I just struggled a little bit with one I was doing, and depending on how I was feeling with each sim, I kind of like went for more monster vibes or less monster vibes. But you know, at the end of the day, I don't know, they're sort of meant to be like creepy, right? But they're also gorgeous, so like you can't really do both, you know what I mean? It's kind of difficult, although you know what, I think Frankie totally nails that little challenge. But I would kind of like to do this again, but like take these sims and then like make them like more horror. Like, what do we think about that? Would that be kind of fun? Like if I like made them into like full monsters, because I've seen people on TikTok do like monster versions of the dolls, like as like drawings and stuff, and they've like made them over to be full monster like fan art things, and I just think that looks so cool. So I was kind of thinking about doing that. So like, let me know what you guys think of that. I think that'd be kind of like a fun challenge, like make them all like really creepy and like proper monstery, like if they were like full on monsters and not just like cute monsters, you know? I mean, it would probably scare a lot of children, so I understand why they went down this route, but also it'd be really fun if I did that, so you know. Anyways, so now we're moving on, like I said, to Frankie. She actually took me the least amount of time. She was one of the two, so I left her and Lagoona until last because I was like, oh, I don't want to make these sims. I just don't. I can't. The colors and the hair, I wasn't feeling Frankie from the design. I just wasn't really feeling her character. But then I made her as a sim, and lurky, how did she end up being my favorite? How did she end up? Because she literally ended up being my favorite. I don't know what happened, what changed, but I just love how she turned out. And now I love her. Like, I mean, don't get me wrong, all of the character designs are amazing. I'm not trying to say that. However, there's some that I kind of like were drawn towards more. For example, Ghoulia and Abbey, which is why I've done those two first, were like the ones I was like most drawn to. Then I kind of went down the list of which ones I was excited to do. But I was like not feeling Frankie at all. But now I'm so glad. I think she turned out so cool. So I used this lip preset, which is one of those that has like the little mouth open. I was going to do it, but then I was like, I have to stop speaking, and I can't do that because I have to speak every second of the video, let's be honest. But like, you know, like the little you know, a little mouth open, and I think it's so cute. I love doing this every once in a while. And then I gave her a little gap tooth, and obviously she's meant to be the child of Frankenstein. Well, I say obviously, I don't know, I'm assuming from the name Frankie Stein. I can kind of put 2 and 2 together sometimes. So I kind of like went for such a cool outfit for her. So she's got this like really sick big jacket on. I wasn't really feeling the outfit that much originally because I just had this dress on. Don't get me wrong, the dress is literally perfect to her original outfit, and also her outfit as the character, like the original design, is actually meant to be kind of like a school outfit, because apparently she's meant to be like the youngest of the group. I've read something about that, and like like she's meant to be sort of like she just wears like the high school uniform kind of more so. I sort of kind of tried to go for that. So the dress is definitely very similar. I feel like I definitely got a very similar dress pattern to what she has originally. And then I also gave her like a beret because guys, if I'm doing a video and I don't give the sim a beret in like any of the sims a beret, you know that I've been replaced with an alien and I should not do videos because I'm an alien now. I'm not, because I've done a beret, as you can see. That is my proof. If anyone's ever like, oh my god, maybe they've been taken over by an alien, ask them something, be like, would you give your sim a beret? And if I say no, you know something's wrong, okay? Because I give a beret to every single sim and I will die on the hill that I think they're the cutest, except I don't have one in real life because every time I try to wear on, I look silly. But anyways, point being, so the hair I swapped out for in the end, I think is so gorgeous. And I gave like scars, and then I gave her these really massive boots. They may be the same ones I gave Jackie Laura. I'm not entirely sure. I think I nearly went for those ones. I'm not sure if I did in the end, but oh well. All right, totally different sims. It doesn't even matter. And it's a totally different video, so just, you know, who cares? But I think the outfit's really cool. And she had like originally like some like stripes on her shoes, so I went with like stripy leggings to try and kind of give that energy. And then obviously she doesn't normally have the big jacket, but I think it just added like an extra little layer of like gothic vibes. And I don't know, because these sims are all meant to be like mildly alternative. I know they're not meant to all be like fully alternative, so I didn't go for like crazy alt vibes for every single one. For example, Lagoona, who we're doing in a minute. But I feel like for Frankie and Ghoulia especially, they gave me the most like alt vibes, so I kind of leaned into that, and I think that they turned out both really cool. But yeah, so I think that Frankie is actually my favorite, which is crazy. I ended up actually finding, because I was like looking at like Frankenstein CC online and stuff, and I was gonna go and download it and everything and have to reload my game and stuff, but then I was like, I wonder if I have any CC, and I found this tattoo that literally has like Frankenstein leg things, fully Frankenstein leg, like, you know, it's got the stitching and stuff, and I just thought it was so perfect, so obviously I had to use that, and I think that it just turned out, she just came out so well. I would have loved to get like the screws in the neck, like obviously Frankenstein has. I was gonna download it, but again, I felt like, you know, the whole point of this isn't to just go download CC specifically for these sims, it's to try and make them in my own style, and I think it's just more fun doing like this. Anyways, now we're finally moving on to the last sim. So this sim is Lagoona. I hated making her. I did. Last sim took me the longest. I don't know what happened. Okay, I do know what happened. She turned out amazing face-wise. I did her face. She's gorgeous, stunning. Also, I did give pretty much all of them big lips. That was only because the Monster High characters, they all have big lips. So I kind of tried to fit into that doll aspect of the big lips, but then obviously the rest of the face is a little bit different. But yeah, anyways, obviously like I did her hair. I thought her hair was gorgeous. I did like all of this stuff, and then I started on the outfit and I was like, I am gonna cry, because what do you mean? Again, another one with a bad outfit in my opinion. I'm sorry, but the black just doesn't go. Guys, I'm saying that so you know that it must mean something, because the black, I just couldn't get it to work on this sim. Every time I tried it, like with the blonde hair and like all the blue, and obviously she's literally blue, it just didn't work. I couldn't get the black to work in the way that it works on the character, because it looks sick on the character, but then I tried doing it in the sims and it just looks silly. Or maybe it's just me overthinking things, probably the case, but I just couldn't get behind it. And then she has like a hot pink as well, so I was like, oh my god, how am I gonna do this? And it took so long, but I think I managed it in the end. I sort of strayed the most with her, I would say. Like the hair and stuff very similar, makeup and stuff very similar, but the outfit, because I was struggling and I was taking so long, I ended up pretty much swapping her out quite a bit, because when I was looking at personality description, she was described as kind of like tomboy vibes, so I was kind of trying to lean in towards a little bit of a masculine energy. So I ended up going with like some jorts, because I was trying the shorts that she has on, like the short shorts that she had, but then I couldn't get a jacket that was right, and then it kept clipping with the flower in her hair, and I thought the flower was so gorgeous I didn't want to get rid of it. And then I was just trying all these different things and none of them were working out well, and like the glittery aspect, I just couldn't get it. In the end, I just went for more of a pastel pink, so I went for these pink jorts, which I just think are so cute. I do have the black in there, don't get me wrong, but definitely not as much as she has originally. Like I didn't give her a jacket because I just couldn't get the jacket to work. I'm sorry, I tried all my CC options and I was here for so long. You can see in the video how long it was taking me to do her outfit, and it just wasn't giving. So I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna have to move on from that and try and switch it up a little bit, which is a bit annoying because like with Frankie, I kind of went for a pretty perfect outfit recreation, but you know, at the end of the day, the whole point of this, like I said, is to kind of make them in my own style, so I'm not too bothered. And also I thought these were kind of like more modern takes as well. Like obviously when they were originally made, that was years and years ago, whereas this is kind of more of a trendy style now, so I kind of tried to go for that instead. So hopefully you can see that. But yeah, I think she did turn out gorgeous. Again with the blue, it's just not my color scheme. Like none of these were green, which is devastating to me. I guess Frankie's kind of green, but like, okay, I guess she is fully green. But still, okay, but still. I honestly would like to do this again because I know there's like a Venus flytrap inspired character, so I would kind of like to make them because I just think that'd be really fun. So let me know if you guys would want me to do more of these in the comments, or if not these, any other like character recreations. And let me know what you guys think about me doing create sims like this for a little bit as well. Like not every video, obviously, I'm gonna keep doing other videos, but when I'm doing like big ones like this where there's like 5 really, you know, intense, unique sims that I have to put loads of effort into, let me know if you guys are okay with me doing its create sim versions like this where it's sped up. I personally prefer it like this just because it's first of all a lot shorter, a lot easier to edit, but also I find that like I can really put my effort into it, and I wouldn't want to make these sims and then look back and be like, oh, I kind of hate them. Like I kind of want to put as much effort as I can possible. So let me know what you guys think, and if you're okay with doing this, then I'm happy to do more of these in the future. And again, if you've got any other suggestions like Bratz dolls or that's all I've got. But you know what I mean? Like that kind of vibe, like Winx Club, I guess, and like that genre of like kids stuff from like the 2000s and stuff. But anyways, guys, that is where I'm gonna leave this part. Oh my god, I was gonna say this part, Lana. That is not part of a series. I'm gonna leave this video here. So let me know what you guys think of these Sims in the comments down below. Again, please remember that this is not a direct recreation. If you don't like any of them, or if they're not meant to look like this, I'm so sorry. I really don't know anything, and it's literally just based on first impressions of that one outfit. So it's really going off of basically bare minimum, but they are just inspired. So I hope you guys don't mind too much. Again, I've got a CC list in the description, so if you want any CC, you can go ahead and download it from there. Let me know in the comments down below which is your favorite Monster High character in general, and also which is your favorite one I made today. As I said, mine's got to be, I think, Frankie. I think it's just turned out really cool. I love the jacket, and I kind of want the jacket in real life. But remember to like and subscribe to whatever you want. I'll see you guys in the video. I love you guys. Bye. Oh, if there was like an intro to Monster High or something, I could have totally sung that, but I don't know anything.